Oh, smell that, the rich aroma of dairy effluent. We're right here beside a poo pond, an effluent pond on a dairy farm. Now, Katrina, what's being done here with this effluent?
So this effluent is being stored so that the farmer can use it at a time when it's better to apply it to the soils. So when there's enough room in the soil to take up the effluent. If the soil is full of water, then the effluent will just drain straight through, and then those nutrients will end up in the waterways and in the lagoon. But if they apply it when there's a bit of room in the soil to hold it, then the effluent will be absorbed by the grass and can be used to grow.
Right, so the nutrients that you're talking about, what are they?
So there's a lot of different nutrients in effluent, but there's some key ones are N and P, so nitrogen and phosphorus, and they're a couple of the key nutrients that we're looking at with the lagoon as well.
So nutrients don't just come from farms though, where else do they come from?
They can come from the natural environment as well, so natural vegetation, as it breaks down over time, it can release nutrients.
And as a farmer, how do they know when is a good time to put the effluent out on the paddock, and how do they know that they're managing that process correctly?
So there's a few different tools available to farmers. They can jump on our website, Environment Southland website, and look at, we've got some soil moisture sites across the region, and that tells you what the moisture levels are like in the soil, so then they can decide whether there's enough room in the soil to hold the effluent so they can apply it, or they could go out and stand in the paddock and walk across it, see if they think it's dry enough, dig a hole. But they can also have a low rate effluent system, which means that the effluent is applied at just a very fine rate, and so it's less likely to run through the soil and end up in the waterways.
So do all dairy farms have these kind of systems?
Not every dairy farm has this kind of system. Different farms have different operators and have different topography. There's a whole lot of different things come into farms. Not every farm is the same, so each farm has a different system depending on what sort of infrastructure they'd like to have in place. But we do encourage people to have storage so they can apply effluent when the conditions are right, and it also makes better use of those nutrients to help grow the grass as well, so you're not losing it through to the waterways.
Right, and not spending so much on fertiliser.
Definitely, yes.
Cool, thanks Katrina.